Everyone able to see my screen? So,
Yeah.
so what is parameterization? What is parameterization? Hello. What is parameterization? Already we told, right? Not yesterday class. 2 days back our class also I told. Yes.
What are the values entered to the keyboard? We should do the parameterization.
Yes, good. So in parameterization, so we need to do for the parameterization means first you need to identify the what values we are entered through keyboard. You need to identify, right? So already last time we done for the one type of parameter. Now today we'll discuss with the different type of parameters like date and time parameterization will be there. For the date and time parameterization, so for example, I want for the future date and past date. So how to I pick and how to we can get means we need to see for today class. Okay. So now you are able to see find for the this is the date and time parameterization. How we can do? We need to select for the parameter value and right button click on and click on replace with parameter and create new parameter. And we need to give for the parameter name. What is the parameter name?
Date, depart date.
Depart date. Okay. So next, so automatically it is a selected date and time only. No need to change anything. If it is a maybe file type, then we need change as a date and time. And after that, go to the properties. And this is the which format will be there. M, D, and Y format will be there. So same like this will be there or it changes. So same like this only it will be there. No need to change. If it is maybe different, then you need to change for the format also. Now you can observe. So what is the date of this today? Actually 16. But maybe you are not done correlation. Okay, not done for the parameterization. Now you are executed this script. So what will happen? So your departure date you are giving for the previous date, yesterday date you are giving. So it is accept. Ticket will be booked or not? It will book or not? It can't book, right? Because so in future date only we need to book the ticket. In previous date we can't book the ticket. So at that point of view, you need to do for the you are not done for the parameterization. Maybe you are executing for the tomorrow this script. Your script will be not work without parameterization. That is why you need to do for the parameterization for date and time. So now I want book for the like I'm giving for the offset and I'm giving for the like what is the today date 16, right? I'm giving for the 2 days I'm giving. So we can observe which date it's picked. We can observe and click on this and click on yes and save it and execute. So how many days I given offset? 3 days I given. So now I am executing this scenario. See, the script will be failed. Okay. This will be running right now. Okay, now you can come here again. I am saving and executing. See the script, how many times it will be there. Now we can observe that which value it is picked for this. See which date is picked. 16 date is picked. Date parameterization 6/16/22 is picked. But we are given what we are given. So, okay, so you can go to the parameters and I given for the 2 days of the offset and you want to give for the period date, and now we are giving for the period date and we can observe which date it will pick. Or wait 1 minute, it will be many iterations will be there, no need that one. I'll stop it and go to runtime settings. We'll give for only one iteration, save, and again I'm executing. See, now you can observe which date is kept. For today is which date? 16. You can observe. I given for the period. Period means what will happen? It will come to the 2 days back, like past date it will come. So it is a pick for the 14 date is picked. Period means it is coming to the back. Maybe you want for the not period date, you want for the future date, then you need to go here and no need to click on this, and here enter for the 3 days. I'm entering. Now you can observe which date it will come. Today it will be 16, right? So I given for the 3 days. Again, I am executing. Now we'll observe. See which date is kept? 19. So for example, you can observe how many days today days is 16. I given for the offset 3 days, means future days 3 days, means I want book the ticket 19. So that is why I given for the current date plus 3. 17, 18, 19 is came. Got it, right? So you can observe here when you are given offset, it is going to the future date. So when you are selecting as a period date, it is going to the past date. Got it, right, everyone? So
Yes.
assume to I want only for working days only. See, for example, you can observe here. So actually I given for the 16 day today. I want 3 days means 19 is booked. But I don't want for the working days. Then which date it will pick? 20 or 21? I don't want Saturday, Sunday because this is are not working days. So we have working days 17 and after that 20, 21.
20,
Means which date?
21.
21 it will come. So now we can observe is that 21 will come or not, we need to observe. I am checking for the working days only. So it is executed, right? Now we can come here. And which date is kept? 21. I think it is format is changed. You can observe. Actually, this is our format, but it is changed our format. And again, we can So now we can observe this output. See, you can observe which date is came. 21 came. Means you want for the working days, means you need mention for the working days. I don't want for the working days, I want for the all days, and means you need to check for this settings. So everyone able to understand, right? In date and time parameterization, you are giving for the offset, then it is going to the future date. Maybe you want go to the past date, then you can check this and click on close. And now you can observe. I'm saving and executing. See, now you can observe here. So which date it came, future or past date? Which date came? Past or future?
Past.
So past. So past means what we are selecting? Option prior to current.
Prior to current date.
And I don't want for the past date. I want for the future date, means you can remove this and you need to give for the number of days. Now everyone is fine for this date and time parameterization.
Yes.
So now we'll go to the yesterday I explained for like some properties we have. So I will I will give for overview of that also. Okay. And see, I done for the username param. And here we have the types will be, these are the types. What are the types? Date and time, file, group name, iteration number, load generator name, random number, and unique number, XML, user ID. These all will be parameter types. If you are doing for the date and time, you can selecting for data and type and file. And simply depends on the situation, you need to select this one. Maximum you can use for these two only. But in the interview point of view, you need to for the more than 4, you need to give for the answer. Okay. And going to the here, these will be types, and we have the properties will be there. What are the properties? Means sequential, random, unique, and we have the like each iteration, each occurrence, and once. So now what is the sequential? What is sequential? Sequential, each iteration I'm giving. Sequential, nothing but every user has to pick the first data point. So for example, I'm giving for the 4 usernames and 4 iterations. So now you can observe number of users will be how many? 4. Number of iteration will be 4. What scenario I'm doing? Sequential, each iteration. Now you can click on simulate. See, now you can observe user 1 will pick the Jojo and user 2 also pick the same, user 3 same, user 4 same. Means sequential means what will happen? Means every user has to pick the same username or user password. So means maybe second iteration time what will happen? It is updating for the every iteration. See, Jojo 2, Jojo 3, Jojo 4. Means sequential nothing but every user has to pick the first data point. Each iteration means it update for the values for the every iteration. Got it? And going to the next,
Yes.
random each iteration. Again, I'm simulating, and again I given for the number of users 4 and number of iteration will be 4. I'm clicking for the simulate. So see, random means what? What is the random? User will
pick
randomly any value it will pick, because that is the only random. Means some security, non-security application will be there. So if it is any user is picking, is no problem for us. Maybe banking application will be there. So it will work this scenario, random property, it will not work, because maybe my credentials will work with only for my point of view, only banking point of view. But some unsecured applications will be there. You can use for the anyone username details and any password, and it able to log in. So at that situation, you can use for the random. So you can observe now, user 1 pick the Jojo 2, user 3 Jojo 4. Means every user is picking for the different and like randomly it is picking, and every iteration it is updating for the values. That is the each iteration. and next one will be unique each iteration. So what is the unique? What is the unique? What is the unique? Unique stand for nothing but one-to-one mapping. So for example, we have the banking credentials will be there, our Facebook application will be there, our Gmail account will be there. So if I give for the my credentials, Suraj Gmail, it will open or not? It will open? It will not open because Suraj credentials only work with only for is only work, but it is not work me. So means that is a one-to-one mapping, means user will be Facebook also will be there. So my credentials only work with my point of view only. And so that is the unique stand for the every user has to pick the first unused data point. So every user has to pick the first unused data point. Now we can go here and simulate 4 iteration and 4 usernames. Now see, user 1 pick the Jojo and user 2 pick the Jojo 5, and it is updating for the Jojo 2 Jojo 5 and Jojo 3 Jojo 5 and Jojo 4 Jojo 5. So means it will updating for every iteration, and it is a one-to-one mapping it is happening. And going to the next point. So this is the completed, right? Now we can go to the again sequential. We have the occurrence will be there, sequential occurrence, each occurrence. So what is the occurrence means? It will update for the values for the every iteration. So sequential stand for, we know every user has to pick the first data point. What is the data point will be there? All user will pick the same data point. But occurrence, each iteration means it update for the values, but here will be update for the occurrences. Okay, and we don't have simulate is not work because see, you cannot simulate parameter where update value now on is each occurrence. Alternately select each iteration. So means simulate is not possible. Simulate why it is given means our understanding purpose, like how users is picking for the, so that point of only they are given for this one. So now you can go to the sequential, and random means randomly it will pick. Unique means every user pick the unused data point. That is for the each iteration occurrence. And going to the one more thing, sequential once. So what is the once means? Every user has to pick the first unused data point, like sequentially it will pick, and it will continue for the all the iterations. So now you can simulate, and 4 iterations, like you can observe. First user pick the Jojo because sequential. So all user pick the Jojo only. And now you can observe first iteration what values is picked, second iteration same, third iteration same, fourth iteration same. And you are doing for the 100 iteration also, it will pick the these same values. Means what will happen? You are doing for the once property, it will work like this. Means one first iteration what are values it's picking, so it will continue for the all the iterations. That is the once property. And going to the random ones, we'll say random ones. Click on simulate button. See, first user pick the Jojo 2, Jojo 5, Jojo 4, and see, you can observe Jojo iteration 2 same, iteration 3 same, iteration 4 same. Okay, so means every iteration will be same when it is applicable. See, but you can observe random is it is picking for the randomly. Each user will be picking for the randomly anything. But once property, what will happen? It is values is not updating. What are the first iteration values picking, and it is continuing for the second and third and fourth also. Got it? And the final will be unique once property. Now we can go here and click on simulate. See 4 users. First iteration is a one-to-one mapping. Jojo, Jojo 2, Jojo 3, Jojo 4. And it will continue for the all the iterations also same. That is the once property. Now you find understand, right? Each iteration means it will values will be update for the every iteration. Going to the occurrence means values will be update for the values. Like once property means once it is the what are the values you pick, it will continue for the all the iteration. So these all will be our properties. Got it? Suraj, Dwarakesh.
Yeah, Kiran.
So for example, I am giving one example. So for example, we are doing for the some recharge. Okay. Apply, we are recharge, cards will be there. We are doing for the recharge. Once we can recharge, that card will be it will be used. Next time we can use or not.
Okay.
No. So in this situation, which type we can select which property? Sequential or unique or random? Just guess.
Unique.
Unique, because one user is already used unused data point. What is the unused data point? That only we need to pick. So at that time you need to go for the unused data point. For example, some pet store application, some online application will be there. That will be, maybe you can log in, it will work. Maybe I will log in, it will work. Any username password you are giving, it is able to log in. Then which property you can select? Random, right?
Random.
Random, because you are giving any value, it is picking. So it is you need to pick the value. So one more example. So but I have the usernames will be 20, but password will be, I don't have much password. Then which scenario, which property I can use? Okay, usernames will be 10 will be there, but password only we have the 2 passwords will be there. Then which property we can use? Sequential, right? Because sequential nothing but what is happen, first user what are the values picked, and all users will be the same. So that is the situation. Based on situation, we need to use these properties. Got it, right?
Yes.
Hello. So you guys able to understand, right? Tomorrow we'll meet you, and before that you need to record the script, and after that do the parameterization for this all things: username, password, and date and time parameterization, and passenger, and first name, last name, and the credit card, expired date, credit card, and this all details. Along with the date and time parameterization, you need to practice with the offset and period and working days. And same too, I will ask for the tomorrow class, what is the sequential each iteration, sequential occurrence, sequential ones, and unique and also random also I will ask for tomorrow class. Okay. And assignment also,
Okay.
right, everyone? So please complete assignment and send to the screenshot to the in our group. Okay. So we can go to close class. Anyone have any doubts?